What is going on? We are blessed today on this live Friday, that one live that we do on a monthly basis. This is today. This is it.
And that's not live.
What?
The live, that's not live. We're
The live that's
today.
live. The live that's not live. That's live. But we have a special guest today. Like, this is so exciting. It's been, long time in the coming.
Okay, I don't think that's the phrase, but yeah.
Long time in the making? Yeah, there you go. Long time. Watch my words sometimes. Long time in the making. We have the great Mr. Joe Padula from the Padulla Show. How you doing today, Joe?
I'm good. I'm doing good. You said blessed. I feel blessed.
It's blessed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like to surround myself with good people.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for Casey to take a bathroom break. But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you guys are killing it. I love it. And I've been doing broadcasting for a long time. And what you guys are putting out there, it makes me want to step up my game. So thank you. I appreciate that. I respect that.
Well, good. Thank you.
We appreciate you. You've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, too long maybe.
And seeing how you are just crushing the game. I mean, you're a celebrity. You are a celebrity, and
there's a difference between, there's that guy from Jersey and being a celebrity. All right, let's just put it out there.
Nah, you're a celebrity, brother. Right? Being a celebrity?
Yes, I think he's a local celebrity. Everybody knows Joe.
Everybody knows Joe.
That's only because you put in the time, and you got to put in the time.
Yeah.
And you gotta actually care about people. Now, sometimes, you care about the wrong people.
Yeah.
Right? And
put time into the wrong people.
Yes, and that you got to figure out along the way. And I still haven't figured it out, but I'm trying my best.
So you're dropping tips already. We haven't gotten there yet.
This isn't drop tip time?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
I know that you only have like one or two good tips. So
Jerry, scratch that. You never heard that.
Save it till the end.
Deal. All right.
Yeah, go ahead and start off. I've had it's weird having these two in the same room because I do Joe's show with him every week on the Joe Padula Show.
Yeah, Thursday
and
mornings.
There's a link to his website that gives you all of the information on all of the places you can get his show in the show notes. So make sure you click on that and check it out. But I do a weekly show with Joe, and then I do a weekly show with John. And you two are not super familiar with each other. Like, you guys don't spend a lot of time together, but I spend a lot of time with both of you. So this is really cool to have you guys in the room at the same time.
That's true.
Yes.
We don't spend a lot of time together, but it feels like every time we see each other, like we've known each other forever.
Every time it's that Jersey hug. Every time. Hey, how you doing?
That connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lovely.
So tell us a little bit about your show, Joe. Tell us how long you've been doing it. Give us a little background on it.
All right. So I was in the military, after 9/11. I was at the South Tower that day, doing construction for my father's company. That's
really?
That's a whole different podcast. That's crazy. But nonetheless, I end up in the military, okay? Join the Army. And so I take this test. It's called the ASVAB test, all right? Where you...
the ASVAB?
Yeah, ASVAB, right.
Okay.
And it tells you...
Let's go get some coffee.
Go get some cold
You guys
coffee.
speak a different language, both of you.
I'm working on my yawls, though, and wrecking. Fixing to. Parked over yonder.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, by the holler. All right. So you take this test, and it tells you, here's some skills, here's some jobs for you in the Army. And so I take it, and, I'm looking at it, and there's broadcasting, and I did radio in college. I went to a Connecticut School of Broadcasting. So I go, let me do the broadcasting job. They go, well, you can pick any job but that one. You failed the dialect test. I go, oh, okay. So I picked journalism, where I don't have to talk. That's right. Where talk is spelled T-A-L-K, not T-A-W-L-K. Right, talk. So, boom, I become a journalist in the Army. Long story short, boom, I get sent to the 101st after basic training, after AIT, advanced initial training. And boom, I'm there in the 101st, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I didn't even know anything about Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I got the papers. Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Hey, Sergeant, where's this? Oh, that's 101st. I go, I'm not tracking. They go, Band of Brothers. I go, oh, yeah, Band of Brothers. Oh, man.
And that was what, in 2001, 2002?
That was in 2008 into 2009. Yeah, it took years of, again, working in contracts and everything to get that all done. so I could raise. So I joined later in life, like when I was 28 years old. Don't get me wrong, I still ran circles around
Wow,
these
look at that,
kids.
man. You
yeah,
see that?
forget about it.
Don't encourage it.
So
Man's got control.
So boom, I joined, and that's where I meet Sergeant Hunter, okay? Staff Sergeant James Hunter, my boss. Fantastic warrior. Younger than me, too. He was 25. But a man, you know what I mean? A leader. When you picture Sergeant Hunter, picture Matt Damon with a big dip in his mouth. That was Sergeant Hunter, right? So he goes, "Are you Padulla?" I go, yeah, absolutely, Sergeant. You know, parade arrest. Absolutely, Sergeant. Forget about it. You really talk like that? I go, yeah, forget about it, Sergeant. Forget about it. He goes, "We'll make it work." And he did. And the guy was brilliant. So we were gearing up to go to Afghanistan, Kandahar. This is now 2010. And he's like, "Listen, Padulla, we're going to Kandahar, man. This is serious." I mean, it was. I mean, this was IED capital of the world. This was the birthplace of Taliban. They're holding on to it. They don't want, this is their home territory. So they're sending in the 101st all over Afghanistan and the Strike Brigade, 2nd BCT, Brigade Combat Team, into Kandahar, Afghanistan. So he goes, "Listen, to tell the soldier story," that's our job, to tell the soldier story. To tell the soldier story. Dip, remember? Copenhagen, I think. Sometimes Skull. Depends on what was on sale. So, to tell the soldier story, you must fight by their side. I go, "Yeah, okay." He goes, "No, I need you to understand that. To tell the soldier story, you must fight by their side." So I go, "Okay." So he goes, "We're going to train with them. Everything they go, everything they do, we go, we do, the whole bit." So yeah, and it wasn't serious. It was intense. And it wasn't just the infantry guys. There was the artillery guys, but it wasn't even just the kinetic guys. It was also like the cooks, you know, their stories need to be told too. The medics, their stories. Oh, the medics were amazing. Unbelievable. So his vision was to...
Who were you guys telling these stories to?
Okay, good question. So first and foremost, the families.
Okay.
Okay.
The families of the soldiers
Absolutely.
and the cooks and the... Okay.
Yep, the families. Then the soldiers themselves. You know, I mean, what a morale boost to open up, because we were making... His vision was a monthly magazine of all these stories, a monthly TV show of all these stories, and he was working out a deal with, it was NPR, for getting our stories told via radio. So he was hitting all these, and then this was the beginning of really social media blowing up, and then pushing it all on social media and growing that. This guy was ahead of his time. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, this Matt Damon dip, friggin' stud up here as well. So boom, there we are. We're getting ready for Afghanistan, and we did all this training, because it's always soldier first. Pop, 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 click, 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 right, video everything, because we've got cameras everywhere. So we get to Afghanistan, boom, and it was crazy out there. It was crazy. As in IEDs going off all the time. Taliban taking these mortar tubes and firing rockets at us, and then dropping them, picking up a shovel and say, "What?" You know what I mean? You're fighting a ghost. These were crafty, clever, determined fighters.
Is war still done like that? Is it similar, or has it changed over the years?
I don't think it'll ever change.
No.
That style of war is what war is now.
Yeah.
Because it's very it's urban warfare. It's pop in, pop out, that kind of stuff. All this, the way World War II was, with the big line going out. That's not the way it's done.
No.
Now it's drones, actually.
Yeah, it's we'll get into warfare, modern warfare in a bit, because we'll lead into that.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I know it's your interview.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right, sorry. Joe Padula Show, absolutely.
He's not
Forget
used to
about
me
it.
leading.
No. So, women, so it's a joke. It's a joke. But I love women. They're amazing at making sandwiches. It's another joke. CaseyBryant.com. Vote for Casey for school board. So, all right. So, boom. We get out there. It's Afghanistan. It's crazy. Kandahar. All right. We're out there. And we were making it happen everywhere we go. And there was always battles and fights. And, but we're out there, with the patrols, with the helmet cameras and our weapons. Our cameras would be hanging off of us with 550 cord, and the helmet camera would always be on, always. So we're out there, pop, 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 click, 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 click. And then afterwards, We get done with the fight or whatever it is, and then we're sitting with the units at their bases out there, and our job's not done. Now we do the interviews, and now we do post-production, and
the editing after the filming is
Absolutely.
the most work of all of it.
piecing it all together.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. That's where
And-
the art comes in.
Absolutely. And this is where all that training came in too, because everyone, it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry. We'll get it done. And we got it done. But we got the TV show going. And remember I said they didn't let me be a broadcaster? Well, Sergeant Hunter, he goes, no, for this TV show we're doing, Strike Zone, Afghanistan, we were the Strike Brigade. So Strike Zone was a TV show. He goes, you're going to be the host because we're going to use your energy and the way that you talk is funny. So we're going to use you as the host to attract the audience, and then you're going to divert them to all these stories and the information. Brilliant. I mean, the guy was like, no, the Army's wrong. We're going to fix this. And so boom, there we go. Hey, how you doing? This is at the time Specialist Joe Padula, and you're watching Strike Zone. And our mission is to tell the soldier story by fighting by their side, and you're going to fight with us. All this stuff. It was great. And then the magazine, the Heartbeat, because we had hearts on the side of our helmets, because D-Day, our unit was one of the ones that dropped in. And what they did, they put playing card insignias on the side of their helmets. So when they landed, they knew which units were which units. So we were the Strike Brigade Hearts. Favudus on the loose. So boom. All right, we get the magazine going. And NPR, we just about all getting all this stuff done. They were embedded with us. We're about to get them all this audio. It was going to be, just all these the frontline battles and all these stories being told via radio. So, June 18th, 2010, we're on patrol. Okay, I'm with it's with the 1st 502s, 1st Battalion, 502nd Infantry Regiment, and Bravo Company. Sergeant Hunter's with Bravo Company. I'm with I'm at Ashake with their HHC unit, which was holding it down over there. And an IED goes off, and it cuts Sergeant Hunter in half. And he's he's done. That's it. He's done. The medic goes up to a secondary goes off. It was a remote dead, and the secondary goes off, kills the medic. Park. He was a good kid too. So it's gone. It's done. Tough. All right. Colonel Kandarian, we're all upset, of course. It's tough. We lost 66 that from our unit.
Wow.
That was a tough fight.
Yeah.
So Colonel Kandarian comes up to me. He's our brigade commander, goes, Padulla. Goes, listen, it's your shop now. Okay. You got to finish this mission. You guys are killing it. You guys killing it. Don't stop. Finish Hunter's mission. So we kept doing the TV show every month, the magazine every month, and still getting out there, telling the stories, going to all these memorial services, making sure that we're capturing everything for the families and the soldiers. So our tour ends, our friggin' year and 2 months over there, pretty much. And we come back home. All right, well, Sergeant Padulla, you got to finish that 3rd mission, radio. You got to get out there. We're doing the TV show, the magazine, everything else, the social media. But you got to finish that radio show that Hunter wanted. So we're back home, Fort Campbell, Clarksville, Tennessee. The MWR, the Morale, Wellness, and the Recreation Group, okay, had a monthly spot on an AM radio station called WJZM 1400 AM. Every Friday, they had this military Friday, where they would go on this AM radio show and talk about what's going on base for people to, engage with. So Strike was holding an event, the Strike Brigade, and they said, and I went to MWR, hey, can I come on with you to promote this? And Melissa Schaffner, fantastic. What's up, Melissa? She's awesome. She goes, yeah, let's do this. So we go on there, and there I was. I went into promotion mode, it's not fake. Do you know what I mean? It's promotion mode. So you go into promotion mode and you do it. You go, yeah, hey, how you doing? All right, yeah, we got this, we got this, we got this, and you go back and forth, and you make jokes and everything, and people laugh, and you get done, boom. So that's when afterwards we got done. I talked to the owner of the station. I go, hey, that was a great time. I appreciate it. What are your thoughts on doing a soldier radio show? He goes, you can make a lot of money off of it. I get it. He goes, yeah, let's do it. This is exciting. So we had to get all this approval from the Pentagon down because we were still in uniform. We're not civilians. We are paid government employees. So we had to get all this approval to get on terrestrial radio, civilian radio. And we got it done. And then we started Airstrike, which was the soldier radio show where I got to interview all these high-speed soldiers, these amazing medics, okay? I mean, man, it's just having fun, talking about what they do, talk about what they did, what they were going to do. And that's pretty much how it started, because my contract with the Army was coming to an end. I kind of got screwed a little bit in the Army. When you turned in equipment and everything, right? At the end of your service, right? And back then, they had some civilians that were stealing your stuff and selling it on the side and doing the paperwork saying that, hey, you didn't turn it in? Yeah, I was one of those guys. Wow. Have $5,000.
Savages.
Man. Well, you owe this. I go, no, I turned it all in. They go, we don't have any documents of it. So I was like, yeah, you know what? It's a sign from God. It's time to move on. You did what you had to do. It's time to move on. And I don't want to, but it's okay. So WJZM says, hey, Joe, what are you doing now that you're getting out? We had a couple offers. There's, at the time, I think they're still doing it. So I made a lot of contacts with Hollywood production companies because they did a lot of filming on post. TV shows would come in, documentaries would come in and do stories about us, which is great. And as one of my jobs was also being a media liaison. It's French for
liaison.
Right. Every time I was a media liaison, I made sure we had croissants.
It's Jersey French.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was now 2013. Okay. 2012 into 2013. And so, they said, hey, we're hiring all these veterans to make sure that in the movies, everything is dress right dress. Everything's accurate with the uniforms. Tell me, you've seen movies before where you're like, that soldier's out of ranks right now. Right. So they were hiring all these veterans to make sure that everything was, maybe I should have taken that job, actually. That would have been good money. But I got offered that. And plus, I had some PR stuff that I was lining up back in Jersey and New York to work for companies. I don't want to do that, though. But WJZM says, hey, why don't you do the Joe Padula Show? I'm like, oh, good for you. Good. You knew how to phrase that. Good. Oh, look at you. So I go, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, sure. WJZM 1400 AM. Nobody listens to AM, right? Well, I was wrong about that. People listen to AM radio. Old school Clarksvillians listened to WJZM 1400 AM. Because I remember.
Truck drivers.
Oh, boy. The phone calls we would get. I can't understand him. When he talk, it's not talking. It's just noise. That's when I learned what a carpetbagger was. Yeah. Get that carpetbagger out of here. A carpetbagger, someone from the north that moves down here to make money.
I guess I'm a carpetbagger.
Yeah. So many carpetbaggers down
We
here.
got a lot of carpetbaggers around here.
I am pro carpetbagger.
Yeah.
So, but none of, so my concept though of this was taking what the Tonight Show concept was and turning it into a radio broadcast where you start off with just topics of the day, jokes along the way, interviews with guests, and then the music scene in Middle Tennessee is huge. and so talented.
Yeah.
And then ending it with interviews with musicians and playing live music to end the show. Wow, it worked. The thing blew up. I couldn't believe it. And then people wanted to be a part of it, but I'll tell you, getting to that point of people wanting to be a part of it takes a lot of work.
That's around when I met you.
Yes.
Because you had me on the show.
In 2014.
2014.
That's right.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
That was when we first met.
February 3rd, 2014.
On the radio show?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
She was promoting fitness and
That's when I had my gym. We moved from California to here, and I was
or Primal Fitness?
trying guiding fitness.
Guiding Fitness.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah, I
Guiding
was trying
Fitness.
to get. He would spam. I started a Facebook group for Clarksville. It was like before groups were really popular.
Yeah.
And we had one in my old town in California that was like Friends of Wheatland, and I loved that Facebook group because it was just great connecting neighbors. And so I started a Clarksville one before we had any of the Clarksville ones. And he would go in and spam his radio show in my group. And I'm like, you can't post your spam in our group. And he's like, well, just come on the show.
Yeah. Yes. And I'll tell you, that's what makes things work, is inviting. Hey,
Yeah.
listen. Oh, you don't agree with me? Come on, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Whatever the topic is, whatever the discussion is, I just want to help promote you. That was my goal. My goal was to help promote people and things and events, businesses, and the whole bit. And it worked because people like being promoted. Even if it was just on an AM station, then we grew that AM station. And then, then the whole team came together. It started out with Sammy G. What's up, Sammy G? There was she was my first co-host. The owners hated it. Where she sat, we called it the Samantha G spot. I know. Oh, can you stop saying that? All right. So then Sky, my co-host, which to this day,
She's
that's
very
my co-host.
talented.
She's the best.
Very talented.
She was a musician that we had on the show to end the live music. And I'm like, she's more than a musician. You could tell because during the interviews, I'm like, she's a broadcaster. She doesn't know it yet, but she's a broadcaster. So then when the Samantha G spot needed to be filled, sorry, okay, you can edit that out. Because Sammy she had this dream of going into law enforcement. Like, do it. Sammy, go for it, Be the shortest cop in the world. Absolutely. She's like 4'8". She looked like a piñata. But no, Sammy, you're good. So, edit that part out too. So.
It's live, Joe.
Oh,
We
sorry.
can't edit
Oh,
it.
yeah, you're right. I forgot. So, we had a co-host tryout where I would bring in someone for a week to see if to fit, and I'll tell you, we had some interesting characters come in, but the only one that really stood out was Sky. Sky nailed it for the week. And then she became the co-host, and Bay, and we had Cliff at the time. Cliff was great, and
Bay is still with you.
Bay is still
I
there.
love Bay.
Wow. Chief AJ had all these casting characters come around, and boom, we were taking over. And that's when we started doing our shows. This was in 2015, where we started not only being on radio, but we'd bring the cameras in and now start live streaming the shows. This wasn't being done,
Mm-mm.
and I got to give a shout out to Ernesto, all right, who's now he's out in Arizona and California working on becoming a director and everything out there, which is,
Nice.
Good luck, brother. Go for it. That's your dream. Do it. So we started live streaming these shows, and then, boom, then it blew up. Because when you're on radio, here's a little trick to radio people when they're trying to sell you advertisement. They lie about their numbers. Oh, we have this many people listening. You don't know. We are not, Clarksville's not a Arbitron rated city, Nielsen rated city. We don't have those numbers. So
I was wondering where they get those numbers from.
They make it
how
up.
they even know.
Unless they have the Nielsen ratings or the Arbitron ratings, which costs about $200,000 for them to come in and actually do it.
Yeah.
No, we don't do it. We don't have to. You got one monopoly here with the media giant.
Yeah.
A 4+1 star. Okay, six minus 1 star. All right. So, yeah, they just lie about the numbers. But now that we're going live, people are watching on Facebook and YouTube at the time. This is before Facebook really suppressed and banned me. Oh, boy. We'll get
It's
into
a
that.
whole other story.
We'll
right
get into
there.
that another one. Man, do they friggin' shadow ban? It's real.
Yeah.
It's real. So now I got these numbers. Look at this for the week. 50,000 viewers for the week. Okay. How long were they listening for? Well, let's pull up the stats page because it's all
You can see it.
It's all there.
Yeah.
right.
You got the data.
Look at this. They're listening for 30 minutes out of an hour.
Yep.
For a 3-hour show, look at this. 45 minutes average listening time. That's huge.
Yeah.
It also helped that Sky is very attractive. But, okay.
I mean, you have to have aesthetics.
Oh, absolutely. But here it is. Okay. So now we're blown up. Now, it's interesting because, 10 minus 5 star, okay, now comes to us. Be like, listen, why don't you come join us? Okay. All right, maybe. Maybe. I shouldn't have done it, but we did. We joined, I now know, and boy, do we kill it over there. We weren't supposed to kill it over there. That was the problem.
Mhm.
We were not supposed to kill it over
'Cause
there.
you were already killing it.
I truly believe we were brought there to end what we were doing.
Mhm.
I truly believe it.
Competition.
Somebody explained that to me at the time. I said, no.
Yeah. Suppress the competition.
I said, no. These are great people. Boy. Wow. So we're killing it. We brought in so much money. So much. And a bunch of local businesses spending a lot of money to advertise with us because they believed in us. Where we went wrong was when we became more popular than their super station, their super channel, okay? It's, that's when they're like, you got to stop talking. You got to play more music. I was doing these interviews. There was a movie coming out at this time called 12 Strong. It was a movie about Afghanistan and about these first 12 warriors that went into Afghanistan. A fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Well, I served with the medic. Okay. Not at that time, but eventually in the Army, small world in the Army, you cross paths with a lot of people. Well, Scott came to the strike brigade and Zastro, and we hit it off, cigars, I think, was our common denominator. So he was one of the 12 strong. He was the medic. So I'm like, yeah, why don't you come on the show and tell your story, And he goes, yeah, because, they brought him in for the movie and everything, for the screening and everything. And so this movie's coming out. I go, yeah, why don't you? And but there we are, we're doing it live. And he's telling this story about, his buddy bleeding out in his arms. And I got a friggin' program director standing outside the glass with his arms crossed, doing the Watts thing, okay? Play music, go to commercial. I'm like, I'm not playing Vanilla Ice right now, okay? Okay? I'm not playing a mix of the 80s, 90s, and yesterday right now, okay? And that's when I know I'm done here. And then, man, the nonsense that they pulled to get me to leave, fire me or I quit, some lies. Oh, boy. Listen, I'm not here to bash anyone, but, man, some truths need to be spoken.
I think that God sometimes has a way, though, of reminding you, setting you on a new journey.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go. We have a couple people to hear from. We're going to go to Lorneth really quick.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about how you bounce back.
Okay.
Because you bounce back.
Yeah,
You're
resiliency.
back on the rise.
Resilient.
And
Yeah.
All glory to God. You're absolutely right. Okay, I got a lot of fixing to do in my life, but
Yes, you
nonetheless,
do.
yeah, absolutely.
Don't we all?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Me more than most. But yeah, all glory to God.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So we're going to hear from Lorneth, and then we'll come back and we'll hear about your bounce back and what you got going on now.
Okay,
Cool?
absolutely.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lorna Peters, Director of Marketing and Communications at Better Business Bureau, serving Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky. And I'm always happy to provide you with tips to avoid scams, and also to provide you with some information on some of the resources we have available for you, your family, as you continue to grow in your community, as you continue to grow in your business. So today's different than no other. And I will share my screen with you right now, and we'll talk about that resource that's out there for you. This resource is called give.org. It is a part of Better Business Bureau, and this is specifically for nonprofits. You know, we talk a lot about finding an accredited business, finding a trusted business. Well, on the opposite end, we're talking about charities, finding a trusted charity. So if you go to give.org, it brings up this page, and you can, for instance, you can type in any nonprofit you would like to learn more about. United Way. You can learn about all the nonprofits, or you can learn specifically about the accredited nonprofits. Accredited nonprofits, they have to go through some additional steps to become an accredited business. We want to make sure your financials are in order. We want to make sure you're doing things the way you said you will do it. As you can see here, it highlights United Ways from all over the country, but you can find your specific United Way, do a full report on them to see if is this a charity I really want to invest in. Also, stay updated by signing up for their newsletter, finding out what more you can do in the nonprofit space, how you should give wisely. There's also a podcast you can learn more about. You can also learn about who we are, board, staff, financials. There's so much great information on this page. I know we love to give. We are given people. But as we give, we need to give wisely. And this particular website helps us do that. So visit give.org to find out more about how you can give wisely. Again, give.org. If we can help you in any way, feel free to reach out to us at Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky BBB by visiting bbb.org. Until next time, have a great day.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Love
Lorna's
Lorna.
always dropped some gems for us.
The
So
BBB.
definitely appreciate all the information that she shares with the BBB.
And she always smells good.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
No.
Yeah.
I'll have to pay attention.
Yeah,
next time.
sniff her next time you see her.
Okay.
Right.
She's so nice. I love her. So we.
Why are you sniffing me?
Joe
Just
said
Get
to.
off me, Joe. Get off me.
So we just went into your backstory
It's
as
amazing
what
story,
brought you
man.
into journalism.
Yeah,
It's
lot
amazing story.
lot left out, which is fine, but I'll tell you, the best is still yet to come.
So you had that was your whole. You've always wanted to be in this kind of world, right?
I guess so.
Journalism, creating content. That was you've been doing it for a long time. From
That's
what
a
it
good
sounds
setup. You want to know why?
Why?
I really looked into this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as a kid, I've always been working. Always a worker. I still got calluses on the hands today.
Because your dad, right? You
'Cause
worked
my
with your
father.
dad. Yeah.
So, Pops, Daddy-O would drive me to the warehouse. This was during the summer, and boy, did I not understand what he was doing at the time. You know what I mean? Instilling discipline and work ethic. And so he would be listening to talk radio as we're driving 5 o'clock in the morning. And I saw the attention that he gave that voice coming out of the speakers in the car. I was like, what? To get my father's attention like that, because Pops Daddy-O is legit. This guy's a beast. Old school Italian guy. Nobody messed with him, okay? And because that nobody messed with me, this guy was good. And all legal, by the way, okay? A lot of people, Italians from Jersey.
Made
right,
man.
right, okay? He's legit. So I'm like, wow, that's impressive. So I think at the back of my brain, I go, yeah, that's what I want to do. If that guy can get my father's attention, I want to get somebody's attention like that. Yeah.
Love it.
Pretty cool.
It is such a cool thing to be able to capture also. There's a lot of things that happen throughout our lives and throughout history, and it's cool to be able to capture that. too. Without journalism, without photography, without telling stories like that, it all disappears. You lose
Right.
it all.
But creating content, because that's what it is. You're creating content. And back then, it wasn't called content creators. You know what I
No.
mean? Right. That's relatively new, that phrase. But that's what it is. You got to create content. And when you're in, especially the industry we're in, my industry is more about news telling and having discussions and opinions about it now. That's what it is now, which again, this is where we left off. I didn't see myself going this route. But after I left that one corporation that isn't from here, actually, there's headquarters in Michigan. So your money's going up there, by the way. Oh, sorry. It's where all my phone calls were with this one guy, Bob, who didn't get it. Yell at me all the time. Oh my God. So
You're
after
easy to yell at.
Oh, I am.
will say.
I am. You got to stop talking so much. Stop talking about Crump. Stop talking. Oh, boy. Sir, do you know where we are? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in Clarksville, Tennessee. What are you talking about? All right. Have fun in Michigan. I'll talk to you later. So after all that was over, there I am. I'm out of a job, right? And I don't collect from the military. I was one of those guys. I obviously put in now, for the process. It's different when you get older. But I was one of those guys. I'm fine. I don't need nothing from the government. Right? You know what I mean?
I'm one of those guys.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't need anything from you guys. There's other people that need it more. Little do I know, everyone's milking the system. Shame on you. I'm telling you, shame on you. Collecting 100%, and I'm jogging with you last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Come on. But nonetheless, so WJZM was transitioning to an FM station called 105.5 The Bull. And I got a phone call. They go, "Hey, Jim, we got this. We're going to be this new country station." I go, "Hey, good for you." Yeah, country, yeah. I love it. Yeah. Alabama, yeah, great band. Right, I think. Yeah, Elvira, Oak Ridge Boys. Yeah, I love them. They're my favorite. They're like, "Oh, no, it's this new country that we're going to be doing." All right, and they go, "You want to do a show?" I go, "Okay." "Do I have to play music all the time?" I go, "No, you don't have to, because I just left a station where, shut up, Joe, shut up and play the music. Stop talking. Where people just want to hear people's opinions. That's that world. That's why radio's dying. Like, you know what I mean? Because I can get whatever song I want to listen to or whatever playlist right here. And that's been the case for years now.
And they play the same songs, the same 20 songs over and over and over and over again.
It's nonsense.
Can't tell you the last time I listened to a radio station on it.
If you're listening
On
to a
Spotify.
radio station, it's you're listening to either talk radio, okay, or you're listening to podcasts, okay, or you're listening to just whatever you want to listen to, because you have that control now. You're not subjected to whatever they want to feed into you. Now you can, and boy, do they hate that.
Yeah.
Boy, do they hate that they lost that control.
Legacy media now.
Legacy media.
'Cause
That's
it's
it.
going away.
Mainstream media.
It's a legacy.
It's done. This is now the mainstream media.
Yeah.
Okay? And I don't even like calling it mainstream media. This is just the way to get information out. So, 105.5 The Bull. All right, Mike Parchman, awesome dude, owner of it. Because, yeah, Joe, why don't you come on? Whatever you want, but just play some music. Just play some songs, okay? I don't care. Just make us money. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So, because, listen, it's got to be about money, okay? You got to pay bills.
Yeah.
Bills have got to get paid, okay? And so, yeah, let's do it. So we started a show. I started the morning show, doing it all by myself in the mornings with maybe a co-host once in a while coming in, a guest host, hanging out, and do that for 3 hours. And then in the afternoons, I would do, once again, the Joe Padula Show, where I brought the crew back. Right. Because it was just me and Sky that went to the other place, And
Did Sky go back with you to the bull?
not really.
No,
A little bit, yeah. But I get it.
because I don't remember seeing her.
She was now focusing on her family,
Yeah.
which was because she's great.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we'll get more into Sky in a bit because she comes back into the picture. So there we are. We're doing it. It's fun again. It's just us hanging out in there, and you got the camera set up. And oh, let me tell you, because I brought the live streaming to the other place too. Oh boy, did they hate that also. They hated that also. And now they try to do it. And I showed the other shows how to do it. Oh man, boy, did they get me hook, line, and sinker. They knew what they were doing.
Mm.
Ending me, but taking whatever knowledge I have to spread it to them.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Be careful out there, my friends. When you got stuff to bring to the table, people want that table.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they will buy it from you and then just smash it to pieces.
Yeah.
So anyway, so 105.5 The Bull. 105.5 The Bull. We were grabbing Clarksville by the horns. But yeah, there we were. We were making it happen, and COVID,
Oh yeah.
and I wanted to keep going, but we got it. Okay, all right, good. Stopping the studio? You're just shutting it down? Yeah, 6 feet. Yeah, 6 feet. How'd that work out?
Oh man, can I just say this? I
Mhm.
saw
Say
this
it.
video one time.
Say.
Last night I was
Please.
watching this video where there was a funeral going on during the time of the pandemic.
A
And-
pandemic.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
it's
Sorry.
like, what was crazy, like the mother's crying in the funeral, and the sons, try to go to console the mother, and the funeral director comes in yelling, screaming at them to get to separate, 6 feet apart. That was what man, I saw that video and I was so angry at how, that whole time, how people just treated people. It was ridiculous.
Hey, real
man.
quick,
Sorry,
heads
I
up.
had to
Heads up, though.
say that.
Bird flu. Don't fall for it.
Yeah.
Okay? Just giving you a heads up. All right? Bird flu. Don't fall
Is
for it.
that the next one?
The next.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor. Talk to your doctor. But yo, don't do it again. So this hits. Pandemic. So I'm like, oh boy, what am I going to do? Mhm.
And then you're like, I'm gonna office with Casey.
Well, I set up, I got with Jody. At the time, it was, Journey's Eye Studio.
Right.
Clarksville Collection now. So, because I lived on Strawberry Alley. That was my downtown
Right
family.
downtown close.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Man, I miss that. I used to sit outside in my chair on Strawberry Alley at night and drink my grape juice. Okay? Cops would roll by. Padulla, what do you got? Grape juice, officer. Have a good one. They go, don't drive. I go, nope.
Well, now you can walk around with a drink down there.
Yeah, that's right. You're welcome.
You can walk
You're
around with
welcome.
your grape juice downtown.
You're welcome downtown. So I set up a mobile studio where I would interview people via Zoom now. Okay?
Oh, because this is still COVID.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I remember this one interview I'm doing via Zoom. I got to both mayors on the show. And that's another thing, too. With doing interview shows and news shows and stuff, you get all the political people and you get to know them, and they sometimes they like you, sometimes they don't. And so now I'm interviewing Mayor Durrett and Mayor Pitts via Zoom about what the hell's going on. And they're like, it was pretty much just command messages that was happening. I remember I got this text. You guys remember Scoop Clarksville?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. The National Enquirer of Clarksville, which is no longer Scoop Clarksville. I think it's like Now something, or they changed their names, but it's still Scoop.
Yeah.
So, and I helped. I had him on my show and everything, before COVID hit, and I helped set up his studio.
I
a little
remember
bit.
that. I was on that show with him.
Yeah.
With him and you and
Yeah.
the bull. Yeah.
Bull, right?
Yeah.
And we were just, hey, man, yeah,
I didn't realize he was going to be such a terrible human being.
you got a media company? Yeah, come on, we'll
Yeah.
promote it. Again, I don't look at you as competition.
Right.
I don't look at you two as competition.
Right.
Just here's a story. Listen
Yeah.
to it. Right. So, well, maybe I'll look at John a little bit as competition, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. Right.
So
I can't do that.
I get a text message from him. You coward. Because he and I, politically, two different ends of the spectrum. This guy's far left and far gone. Okay? I think he still wears a mask. I get it, though. He had a heart transplant. I pray for him. I do. So he sends me this text message. How dare you, you coward. Why don't you ask the real questions? That wasn't my mission. My mission was to put out command messages for people to know what's going on,
Right.
what's the routine, okay? What's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks with these lockdowns or shutdowns, or if we are gonna, or if we're not gonna shut down. It wasn't my job to grill these two leaders. That was not my mission. So I'm like, he sends me, how dare you, you're an embarrassment to journalism, all right? And in my head, it's just memories of me just on the battlefield, freaking firing away, click, click. I'm like, man, I don't think you know journalism, man. You put up people's mugshots and charge them to take it down. That's not journalism.
That's
No.
great.
Right. And then it's okay because I love, hey, I love you, Jason, but, I pray for you. Except Jesus, he loves you, man. So
Yes.
he does. So I'm dealing with this. And then, this is when we moved into the Office Now
Mhm.
studios. Because I'm like, I can't. And Jody, thank you so much for letting me set up down there. We used to do these quarantine trivias, okay? Quarantine quiz.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
used to watch
Those
those.
were fun.
They were fun.
Oh, I was drinking so much. I remember I was doing one on Easter Sunday, and this was huge. We were getting, like, no joke, this trivia where, you type in your answer, you give options. But again, something that I haven't talked about at all with all of these shows or whatever, the production that goes into it.
Yeah. You do a lot of production.
The
for
work.
making it look good
Well, I think
and
that's what
being
people need to
prepared and having the
understand.
graphics.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of production.
This
It-
stuff is not
It's
easy.
hours.
It's
Yeah.
not easy,
Hours.
getting your stuff set up and so that it's doing the effect that you want it to have.
Right.
All that work is a lot. behind it.
Absolutely. And it has to, because it's got to pay off. Because once you click that go live button, or once you're, that live broadcast button, mistakes are cool. It's human. People
Mhm.
get it. But man, it's cool if you don't do it.
Yeah.
Right? It's cool if it's, I don't want to say flawless because we're human. It shouldn't be flawless. But it should look good. These people deserve it to look good.
Yeah.
Right. So we set up that Office Now over there on Wilma Rudolph. How did that all work out?
So Joe and I at this time, there was an upstairs. So Office Now is like a shared workspace and
Right.
they've got how many, like 80 or 90 offices.
Yeah.
And there's this little hidden cubby upstairs with 3 offices. And you and I and another friend
Yeah.
got this like hidden space. And so we had our own lobby.
How did we get that though? Did
That
you?
was a nice setup.
Oh, I love it there.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
It's a
She
nice
had
setup.
just finished it,
Did you introduce me to her?
I think I did.
Yeah, I think it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Wes and I were talking about getting it and we're like, who else should we bring up here? And then for whatever reason, I regret it now, but we can't
Well,
get you.
Well, we kick you out, so it doesn't matter.
But we were there for what, 2 years up there in that little space. That was great.
I'm still up there.
You were still
Yeah.
up there.
Holding
Yeah.
it down.
And that's when it really became working for myself and not relying on whether it was corporate media or locally owned media. It's just, all right, let's do this. And that's when you're like, wow, it is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Because
Well, now you got to support yourself.
Yeah.
Now
absolutely,
you manage the money that can come in.
it's advertising.
stressful.
It's you're the marketer, you're the promoter, and this has always been the case. You You got to be your salesperson. You got to be your production person. You got to be your marketer. You got to be your social
team
media
builder and the HR and the accountant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And guess what? Hey, you're also the producer. You're in charge of production. And then you got to learn the technology. You got to learn all of this. And then on top of it, you got to be able to go live and be like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
The
the
smile on your
business
face.
side of media. When you get into the business side of media, I think it kind of blends in with other entrepreneurial ventures, like other type of businesses, because you have to wear all those hats.
And then
There's no other way
John,
to get done.
you know it, man. See, because you guys know it because you're doing it, you know? But people out there, don't do it.
It ain't easy.
Don't
Well, and
do it.
I will say too, one thing about that timing, because we're very similar industries, we both rely on, you are too, we rely on small businesses to be healthy in order for us, because that's who our target market is. And I think after COVID, a lot of small businesses were struggling. It was a hard time for small businesses because they were shut down. They weren't able to operate, put all these challenges.
In New Jersey, 33% of local businesses died,
Wow.
never came back.
Mhm.
It's what has turned what I do now into the focus of learning the truth, finding out what the hell is going on. So when I mentioned all of those things that you got to do, now you got to go into deep diving research, which is now even more time consuming. So you're doing the research. You're looking at both sides of the argument, even the other sides that aren't even being presented, and you're putting it out there. And boy, do some people not like that.
No.
Oh boy, do you hate
That's
me.
the truth.
And here's the thing, it's okay. It's all right. But man, do you really not care for freedom of speech, that you want to shut us down and suppress us? Well, it's misinformation. Well, here's what's great about it. Come on the show, let's talk about it. And that's when they leave you alone.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't want to.
Hey, you typing away? Yeah, you disagree? I'm a fascist? Come on, let's talk about it. Crickets. It's amazing, though. Anyone that does come on, though, always with respect.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I still love you. I disagree with you, but I love you.
And it's okay. We can disagree. That's the beauty of it.
Yes, because you're wrong. We can disagree.
Exactly.
It's okay. I'm wrong too. And when sometimes, but when you are wrong, it's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's not okay is when you refuse to admit you were wrong. Listen, I get it. WMDs, I was wrong. All right? Kill them. It's okay. If you made mistakes, and this, I'm talking to myself also. If you made mistakes, if you got it wrong, it's okay. It's okay. Just don't get that chip off your shoulder before it turns
Yeah.
into a second chip.
Yeah.
Once
It
it's
just
two
compounds.
chips, it's over. Then you're just angry.
So you're skipping ahead again. We're
Oh,
going to hear
okay.
from Christina and get a business tip from Christina. And then we're going to come back. And I mean, being in radio, doing this long, you must be doing something right. And you're able to now support yourself. This is your career. So we're going to get some tips from now.
Okay.
Yes. Much needed.
I'll give you these tips. But yeah. No, it's okay. You're right. I
Maybe.
wish there were tips.
Maybe we're going to get tips from you. I think you have
Get
good
some
tips,
gems. We'll
some
just get some
wisdom.
Can I say just
so
a
we'll
tip?
be right back.
Hi, it's Christina Stubblefield, business coach and co-owner of Sowen Media Group. As small business owners and entrepreneurs, it's easy to get overwhelmed with daily tasks and operations. But technology can be a game changer for you. I want to share some tech tools that can save you time, reduce stress, and help your business grow. First up, a CRM software. It centralizes customer management, tracks leads, and automates follow-ups, making your customer interactions seamless and efficient. Or you could consider an all-in-one business management tool. These platforms combine invoicing, project management, and client communication into one system, simplifying your workflow and boosting productivity. Now, let's talk about your marketing efforts. I recommend a social media scheduling tool. I believe they're essential. These allow you to post and plan across multiple platforms from a single dashboard, ensuring consistency and saving you hours each week. Lastly, don't forget about AI. AI can help you with content creation ideas and repurposing your content across various platforms in various formats, maximizing your reach. Embracing these technologies can transform your business operations, helping you stay competitive and freeing up your time for what matters most. For more tips or to connect with me, just visit my website, ChristinaStubblefield.com.
And we're back. We're just having fun behind the scenes.
Having fun.
Sometimes we lose track of what's going on, but this is good.
Well, Casey's got a potty mouth, huh?
I do not.
Right?
Listen, today's been interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
Let's just say
It
that.
always is. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Good conversation.
Yeah.
Very.
So you were saying that you don't have tips, but I think that you really do. I mean, you've already given us some really great advice. At the very beginning, you opened, I don't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But
the
you gave
fact
us
of
advice.
the story, your story has dropped. In your listening to your journey, there's a lot of gems that were dropped because it flowed so smoothly. So it wasn't like, here's the gem.
Right.
But just the conversation flowed. You dropped a lot of gems that if anybody was paying attention, they can utilize in their journey of the industry they want to get.
Persistence, knowing when to switch gears,
Yeah. And overcoming those obstacles.
overcoming obstacles.
Yeah.
This is the tip section?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the tip I would tell myself years ago. Okay? Jesus is the tip. Without a shadow of a doubt. Because the mistakes that I have made was because I was what I would call myself a half-assed Christian. All right? And I'm still learning, and I'm still on my journey and walking with Christ. But I would tell that dumb kid, okay, that punk, yo, bro, you would be so much more advanced and further and accomplished of what needs to be done. Because it's not my mission. My mission is actually, hey, I would love to party with you down here, but I would so much rather party with you up there. And not having that attitude back then, I think, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'd probably still be sitting here with you guys right now because that's just how the path works.
Right.
But man, it would be a much different situation. I would probably have much nicer clothes.
When did you become a Christian? Have you always been?
Well, I was kind of, again, born into it. But you know how it is. You become worldly. You walk away.
Yeah.
And, the parties. Oh, so stupid. You want to hear about it? Yeah. I mean,
When I was
John,
young,
you know. And especially our neck of the woods. It's everywhere. It's not,
Mhm.
it's everywhere. It's cool to be of the world. You know what I mean? It's a cool kids.
And it's fun.
Sin is fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
At the time.
Damn it. Oh, I just sinned.
Was it fun?
No. But it is fun and it's enjoyable and it's pleasurable. It really is. And that's the problem. It feels good,
Yeah.
but it's not righteous. And then, but nonetheless, I'm in the world and I'm focused on getting the job done, the mission accomplished. I'm neglecting Christ. I'm always, hey, Jesus, and I'm always asking, requesting, please help me through this, which is fine. Man, it's so nice to just say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Gratitude.
You know, and like just learning like Jehovah Rapha, you know, heal, please, you know, Jehovah Nisi, you know, guide me through. Jehovah Jireh, give me the tools to win. And hey, if you're not a Christian, you don't believe in Christ, just do me one favor. If you don't believe, just get on your knees one day and, hey, if you're real, prove it to me.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong, please. It will happen. It will happen.
Yeah.
Because it's all real.
Yeah.
Oh, and the spiritual battles. Oh, it's a crazy world out there, my friends.
It is.
You know, arm yourself with the Lord and guns. Second A. Yeah.
Yeah, you need guns. You should protect yourself too.
Yeah, and go to the range. Respect your weapons.
Love it.
I love it. Do you have anything else that you think people need to know? How can people find you and
Okay.
your show?
I would just say, Google it. You know, it is amazing because again, you know, the platforms are out there, whichever one you want to listen to, you know, the Spotify, you know, X has been great, Twitter, you know, YouTube sucks, Facebook sucks, you know, we want to be culture warriors and they don't want to hear it, you know, so we get suppressed. Like we got, it's 65,000 followers on Facebook, right? Nobody gets notified when we go live.
Yeah.
Okay. Our videos don't get touched. It's crazy. I get messages all the time. Hey, you know, I was subscribed to you on YouTube, but I'm not subscribed anymore. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. That's absurd. But anyway, wherever, you know, Google, Apple, whatever, just.
Spotify.
But I recommend I recommend reaching out and coming on the show. That's what I recommend.
What if they're not here?
Then they're lost. But
Can you do? Can you stream somebody in? on your
absolutely,
show?
absolutely,
So people can get on to your show if they're not in town.
that's right.
Oh.
That's right.
That's good to know.
How can they reach out to you?
I don't know. I would say send a. I hate
slide it to the DM.
Yeah. Send the Facebook page or the X, the Twitter, the message. You know, I hate emails. I'm done with emails. Right? Just done with
Text him.
emails.
His phone number is. I'm just kidding.
555.
You guys get all the spams?
Yes.
What
so
is
many
going on?
You
spam.
see my
So
block
much.
list?
It's the
Yeah.
worst.
It's a never-ending scroll.
Yeah, it's really bad.
How did
Lots
it
of
get to this
spams.
point?
I don't know.
And sometimes I want to talk to them and be like, why?
But then you block a number and they just change the last number, so they keep calling.
It's
different
crazy.
Numbers,
Yeah.
different numbers, different numbers.
I'm getting, even with the emails now, people, businesses and musicians are getting emails sent saying that, hi, this is so-and-so from the Joe Padula Show. We want to get you on the show.
What?
Right. And I'm getting these messages. Hey, Joe, just send this. I go, no. Don't give them any information.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Do me a favor, report that as spam.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a crazy world out there, especially when you want to put yourself out there contact-wise. Working on the website, but again, you know, all this time and everything. And then on top of it, you want to throw in all the game shows I do.
Yeah. That's another thing we didn't mention is Joe does 4 nights a week
Yeah,
trivia.
yeah.
All
And
over
his
the
trivia
Game shows, yeah.
is a game show. It's really cool.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot of prep for each show.
Absolutely.
And he's got the same people that at Goodall shows, so you have to mix it up every time.
My friend
that's the
has
worst.
been telling me,
my God, KG.
Mr. KG.
KG, what's up,
KG,
KG?
what up, KG? He's been telling me, man, you got to come to the show with me. You got to come to the show with me. I'm going to make it out, man. We're going to have fun.
It-
I'm looking forward to it.
It is a party with a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our team went a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, you guys won.
A lot of fun. We did one.
You will?
Yeah, not anything to do with me.
John.
That is not true.
John.
No, I have smart people on my team. They know trivia. Hey.
Thanks for
Coming
coming
the
out.
guy pushing the button.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for coming out.
All right. Well, we got to get out of here. We appreciate you so much
This
for
is
being
awesome.
our first
Yeah.
guest in like over
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
Good.
That's a big accomplishment.
Well, I saw your other guests. I'm like, let's pick it up.
Hey.
No, no,
don't
no,
be
you
really
gotta
good.
get
That
right.
could happen.
Hey.
Your other guests
Yeah.
are great. You really are.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time being
Really
here.
appreciate it, man.
We will
course.
be back next week with another recorded show and another quote.
all of the lovely quotes.
Yeah.
Look good, actually. I like doing that. I like doing the research on the quote.
I love doing them, talking about people. All right. We will see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Peace.